Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at chamberlinltd.com today. In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at chamberlinltd.com today. In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at chamberlinltd.com today. In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at chamberlinltd.com today. In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at chamberlinltd.com today. In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at chamberlinltd.com today. In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at chamberlinltd.com today. In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at chamberlinltd.com today. In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at chamberlinltd.com today. In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at chamberlinltd.com today. In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at chamberlinltd.com today.
I'm writing down the title so I don't ask a line at the end of the show. Pulse, yeah, Pulse of the 956. If I don't say it right, I'm going to make a lot of people mad in the online department that we have now here at KURV. Welcome to another edition of the Pulse of the 956. I'm Sergio Sanchez, and we're making a new friend today. I want to say thank you. Thank you to a dear friend of many years, Dale Johnson. I want to say thank you to Art, Lily, and a new friend that we're making in the studio today. And we're going to learn everything and anything that you ever wanted to know about safety. I think it's a key message for whatever it is that you do for a living, especially within our core audience, which is in construction, in engineering, architect, manufacturing. You know, the vibrant, rapidly expanding Valley economy. Safety is key to your success. If it is not part of your culture, you're about to learn why and how you will see it monetized, either not only in savings, but also in increased productivity, things like that. My guest on this edition of the Pulse of the 956 is Bradley Rowan. He is the chief of any and all safety issues, certifications, multiple levels of training at Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing. And let's set the stage, Bradley. I think the logo for Chamberlin, with that little drop that bounces hard off the surface, is probably the best picture to show you what Chamberlin does. Waterproofing roofs of commercial sites left and right. Long history of excellence in this type of manufacturing, which is a commercial roof. So let's say we're in an elevator. Hey, Bradley, nice to meet you. And you got 2 minutes to tell me what Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing does with the history, what you do, and we'll get into some of the amazing projects that you have here in South Texas. So give me the 2-minute elevator speech on Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing.
Okay.
Bradley.
Chamberlin's been in business for 129 years. We do commercial roofing, waterproofing, sheet metal, service. We've got offices in Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, Fort Worth, Rio Grande Valley, and Atlanta. In a nutshell, Chamberlin keeps the water out of buildings.
Yeah.
Whether if it be waterproofing, the roof, we keep moisture out of buildings.
Yeah. I'm honored to speak on behalf of your company. I'm going to adopt that one. Chamberlin keeps the water off your computers. Chamberlin keeps the water off your drafts. Chamberlin keeps the water off of your inventory, your employees, out of your building. Yeah, I'm going to adopt that one. Chamberlin Roofing, Waterproofing, almost 100 and almost 130 years now.
129 right now.
And again, there's some big projects, and proudly we'll be announcing some of the big projects that are up and running, have been up and running for many months now here in South Texas. That's Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing. I want to know a little bit more. Tell our audience a little bit more about yourself. Your passion is safety. I know that you have 6 college degrees and all sorts of certifications. Now, please tell me that mom and dad didn't get these on loan and you're still paying them back this day. You're good? You're clear?
Good
All right.
now.
All right. What did you study, brother? There's 6 different college degrees. What did you study?
Information technologies.
Good.
I've studied business. I've studied sociology, psychology. So I've got 6 degrees. I dibbled and dabbled a little bit. I'm a certified paralegal legal assistant with specialization in business and corporate law. I do have, I'm a construction site safety master through NCCER. I've got my SHEP certification. I've got my COSHO. I'm an authorized OSHA instructor, train the trainer for first aid CPR. So
did I hear you? Wait, did I hear you say chef?
SHEP.
Oh,
Safety,
chef.
Health, Environmental Professional.
Man, I was going to say, man, you should have kept the whole chef thing. Probably open up your own restaurant.
I actually did. I actually did want to open up I wanted to get into culinary. I love food.
SHEP, what is that? Spell that out for me. What? SHEP?
Safety, Health, Environmental Professional.
There we go. Now, you made reference to an acronym that I'm learning about, and thanks to I and folks tuning in and rewinding this, especially, again, if you are in whatever type of industry in manufacturing, you really need to listen to this conversation. Do the rewind, because you're looking at multiple layers of training that you should invest into your company, into your workforce. Number one, to retain your workforce. We can talk about that in just a bit. Bradley Rowan is with Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing, National Center for Construction, Education, and Research. I know that these are code words that some of y'all will recognize, the NCCER. So define this for other folks who work for a living, what NCCER and how involved you are, and Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing, how involved your company is with this national standard, or I guess international standard, when it comes to safety training.
So Chamberlin is an approved testing and training facility. I'm a program director with NCCER. I'm on their advisory board. I've helped create some of their leadership trainings. Mm-hmm. Prior to NCCER, but prior to us adopting NCCER, everything was created internally. Not to say that it's bad, but NCCER is nationally and industry recognized. So that's the bar.
That's the bar. That's the gold standard.
It is.
When it comes to training.
And with the roofing curriculum, NCCER partnered with NRCA, which National Roofing Contractors Association. Okay. So it is validated.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate you fleshing out the acronyms on this, because these are very impressive credentials that Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing has. Now, how long you been with the company?
I've been at Chamberlin 9 years. Okay. I spent some time in the field, and then I started the quality department, the QA/QC department. I was doing quality and training. Several years back, QA/QC came off of my. It was just managing for all the different markets, doing quality and training. It was time to split. So the QA/QC came off of my plate. Now my full-time attention is training.
When did Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing onboard to the National Center for Construction Education Research, the NCCER standard?
So we've been doing that for about 4 years now.
Okay. You were that department, the driving force behind getting to that level?
Yes.
At Chamberlin?
I thought that would take us to the next level, not
Okay.
only with other, with clients and stuff like. They know that if they hire Chamberlin, they're going to get a very high skilled. The employees there go through training. They're going to get very, a high quality installation.
Do I refer to this as a certification?
It
An
is.
industry certification.
It is.
Do you need to return and provide reports and credentials of how it went over the past year, and new training and new onboarding? You have to go back to the NCCER folks and say, hey, we need to re-up. Or once you get it, you got it for life. How does it work on the training certification?
Well, so it's revised
Safety,
and
yeah.
revamped. They do have a ton of safety programs available through NCCR. They have roofing, sheet metal, which they cover all the installations. I mean, we kind of use that as a platform for like a new hire comes in, introduction to low slope, substrates, decks, and insulation. Then, there's TPO, mod bit, built up roof, liquid applied, service and repair. There's a ton of different trainings. And then it even goes into leadership trainings as well.
What type of benefits, either in productivity or maybe in diminishing overhead, or maybe saving on materials, like what benefits has Chamberlin Roofing Waterproofing seen now that you guys are 4 going on 5 years into this NCCER certification on safety at the work site?
Well, let me talk a little bit about retention. I just did this study looking at some of the retention. In 2022, field retention, 1 year retention was at 28.67%. 2023, it was 62.39. That's when we made a heavy investment in training. In 2024, it was 71.43. In 2025, 73.3%. And then I've also got some examples like employees who went through NCCR mentoring, and this is for a 2-year retention. They're 83%, so it surpasses that of the 1-year retention on average for field. Employees who went through the NCCR fundamentals of crew leadership have an 87.5% retention rate, combined at 85.72. And for the NCCR foreman certification, we've got 100% retention. We just started rolling that out last year. Combined between all three, we're at a 91.4% retention rate. These are leadership classes. I think it's very important. I mean, sometimes a person gets promoted into being a foreman or being a superintendent. They've really never had the challenge of managing a crew, talking to a client, dealing with, 10, 15, 20, 30 different people on their crew. Now they've got to do productivity, JHAs, QAQCs, daily reports, all of these other things. And it can be overwhelming, if you will, if they don't have the proper training. And that's where these come into position. We're able to do more work, right? And we've taken on, we've grown drastically, and our rework has gone down, right? So that helps us develop clients instead of, the one-time transaction. We've got clients. I mean, we are the go-to roofing and waterproofing company.
Yeah.
They know that they go to Chamberlin, they're going to get a good quality and safe installation.
You know me, Bradley, as we've talked on air and off air a little bit. I want to make sure I get the title correct. I refer to you as the Chief of Safety over at Chamberlin. The specific title at Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing. Let me type it out. What is it for you?
My title?
Yeah.
Director of Training and Development.
Okay, that's pretty easy. Director of Training and Development. Or, as I like to say, the Chief of all safety issues over at Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing. Chamberlin Roofing, Waterproofing, our guest right now, Bradley Rowan. He's the Director of Training and Development. And you told me of some of the retention rates that you've seen as some of these employees, the roofers, have increased. They've been climbing the ladder on the different levels of safety training. You've been able to one number that you told me that stuck with me, 87% retention. As you were telling me that, I'm reminded of many of the business interviews that we do with all different, whether it's home builders or people that are over at the Port of Brownsville or in different industries, whatever it might be, whether it's welders at LNG or whatever, which you can't find enough people for that. But they're screaming, all this industry and expanding businesses in South Texas and new businesses. They're yelling at the top of the lungs for a skilled workforce. Man, quite the advantage. If you have highly trained employees in safety issues, to have an 87% retention, you got to be like at the very top in your trade, which is commercial roofing. And, because I would imagine there's quite a bit of turnover in this industry. Some guy down the road offers a bit better pay or for whatever reason, they go there. And so a lot of people moving around, and yet I would suspect not introducing more expertly trained roofers into the industry, which is something you guys do as well. You train them. You onboard a good person. You train them through various levels, side by side, on the safety and even life skills. I want to touch on that. But to say that you're retaining all these employees, I think that's a huge advantage when we have such a shortage of labor in various markets.
You mentioned a couple things. We grow our own team at Chamberlin. Many of our vice presidents started installing in the field, and they worked their way up. You mentioned employees may leave for a little bit more money. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes, they come back 6 months later, and they're asking for their job back. They go, they get, their little pay bump, whatever it was, right? That they went to go work for another company. They get their job done, and that's it. There's no work for them, right?
Yeah.
They know that Chamberlin, is a big,
because they're project based. You got a project in the
waterproofing, roofing, sheet metal, service department. If there is a downtime, we can put them in roofing or waterproofing or sheet metal and cross train those employees. So they're learning more skills. They're getting hours. They're becoming more valuable, and we're able to retain those employees. Mm-hmm. You kind of talked about new hire, new employees coming in. So what does that look like? Well, they come in, they go through a company culture presentation. They go through a new hire safety orientation. Before they even step foot on the job site, before day one, they go through a safety orientation, which covers the basics. It covers ladder safety, fall safety, scaffolds, how to put on a harness, all of those, the basic fundamentals. Chamberlin's company policy, everyone gets an OSHA 30. Everyone gets an OSHA 10 within the first 90 days of employment. Foreman and superintendent get an OSHA 30 and a first aid CPR. You mentioned personal and professional development classes. Mm-hmm. I don't know many companies. I'm on several boards, and I see other companies training what they're doing. I don't see many of them surpass the things that we have financial awareness classes, basic budgeting classes, English classes, GED classes. We have Chamberlain University waterproofing apprenticeship, Chamberlain University supervisory program. We have the NCCER curriculum. We have manufacturer trainings. We have leadership classes. We have, the list goes on.
Yeah.
And for me personally, it's kind of rewarding, right, to hear the success stories after. Hey, I'm able to buy my first house, or man, I'm glad I got enrolled in 401k. Look at what, and that also, right, drives retention. We have a bonus savings plan. New hires can put money in every hour they work. The company matches it. They get it at the end of the year. They get on every new hire.
Like every paycheck, set aside a little bit, and then the company.
Every hour, and the company matches it. They get that at the end of the year.
That's nice. That's a nice program.
There's a retirement opportunity. There's 401k. There's medical, dental, vision. A lot of companies aren't doing that. And that's one of the things also, right, that helps drive retention.
I can see how this would motivate your employees to stay with you. But this question came up off air, and I won't take credit for it. What if you train them and they leave? That's a lot of benefits. That's a lot of great certifications, safety certifications. But those are some pretty impressive credentials that somebody could take and easily go down the street. So what do you say to that?
That happens sometimes. But what are you going to do if you don't train them and they stay? right?
That could get very expensive.
That's detrimental.
Yeah.
And, some people, I've had the challenge myself. Hey, we need to get productivity. The guys have to work. We can't pull them in for training. And I personally have witnessed a complete change because a better trained workforce is going to yield greater quality installations. They're going to be more productive. So training, yes, there is an initial investment, but it's actually a productivity booster. It's a quality booster. It's when you start seeing the returns. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Have you run some numbers on that, on the return, like 10% increased productivity, 15% increased productivity, things like that? I'm sure you're able to quantify, calculate what the savings are or increase in profit or productivity.
Yeah, from Chamberlin, I don't have any specifics on exactly Chamberlin, but I do have some from NCCER. Training yields better performance. One of the takeaways there was that training yields competitive advantage. It's a productivity booster, and it's a performance investment. To give you some numbers from the study.
Again, this is from NCCER.
It is.
This is from the training folks. All right. National Center for Construction Education and Research, which is the signature. It is the standard, the gold standard in the industry, and it is what is applied at Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing. Yeah.
So companies that invest in formal training experience the following: 27% higher labor productivity, 19% less rework. And for companies providing training versus 22% for companies not offering training, directly impacting margin and schedule risk. It significantly improves safety outcomes such as reduced injuries, fewer claims, and significantly less missed time, underscoring the crucial role that training in protecting people. It dramatically improves retention, with 94% of employees saying that they would stay longer if offered learning and development opportunities.
You're at 87%.
87.
Right. So you're quickly climbing to that
That
number.
was with the foreman certification. It's at 91.4.
All right. That's a good investment.
So we're seeing that if you invest in the employees, they're going to stay.
Yeah.
They're going to bring much more value to the organization.
Yeah.
So
Think about it as you and your company, whatever it is that you do for a living, in construction and manufacturing, whatever. Think about it. And some of the numbers from the National Center for Construction Education. I heard 27% increase in productivity. I mean, run that number for whatever you net or gross on a year-to-year basis as far as what your output is. And the other number that stuck with me was almost 20%, reducing by almost 20% a call to go back and go fix something that was done. Yeah, rework, right? That's what it was. So go back and fix something that was done wrong the first go around or second go around, something like that.
Yep.
That's hours, materials. Oh my God. Yeah, that's big time. That's a lot of money.
it is.
It could be a lot, depending on the size. Well, it's a lot of money anywhere, 20% rework. This edition of Pulse of the 956, and we're focusing on safety and training. Bradley Rowan is with Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing. I made a couple of notes here. I wanted you mentioned some of the benefits of the culture, what you provide in training and benefits for the employees to keep them. Have you considered, have you witnessed in your many years in this business, maybe an example, maybe something comes to mind of how not to do it, or things that went wrong with maybe a competitor or somebody in the industry that did not invest in this, and how maybe the company tailspinned, maybe it's not even around anymore as a result of not investing in safety and in training, this type of, this focus, this culture that you have at Chamberlin?
Well, it definitely, I have worked, we've worked with multiple trades for clients. You can definitely tell if a company has a strong safety and training culture. There's not only are they looking out for, hey, I'm just doing this. There's no safety. There's no, they don't have their PPE on. You can tell with organizations that have a trained workforce, they have a culture. They're not only looking out for themselves, they're looking out for each other, for everyone on the team, and the same thing with quality. They own the project, right? They're invested. They want to do. They take pride in their workmanship.
I tell you what, something goes wrong at the work site. It could be the end of the contractor, could be the end of the business.
It could be.
Call the contractor as well, considering litigation and how bad workers' comp, things like that.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to. You're not going to develop clients that way.
Yeah.
Talking about, you mentioned workers' comp, EMR ratings, so injury ratings and stuff. If you don't have a strong safety culture, you have incidents, it drives your EMR rating number up. And the higher your EMR rating is, the higher your workers' compensation claim is going to be. So companies that do invest in safety, right, your EMR rating is going to be, so the cost of you doing business is going to be.
What is EMR?
Emerging.
Yeah. You told me this in another conversation. Modification, I think, was the
Experience modification rating.
Which the short of it is that rating, the lower number that you have based on what you invested in as a company to train your people, make sure to have that safety culture and the different strata of certification and licensing to make sure everybody understands how to watch your step, be careful, and of course your protection, your equipment, and how to handle certain equipment and machinery, things like that. That will lower that, what did you call it, the EMR?
EMR rating.
The EMR, which translates in the end a savings on insurance, right?
Workers' compensation
There
insurance.
you go, on what you're paying on insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody likes extra money and not having to pay a lot more money when it comes to that.
Well, if your EMR rating was very high, your cost of doing business, you'll drive yourself out of business, right? Because your cost of doing work is going to be much higher than competitors that do invest in safety trainings.
All right. All right. You made I think, a very strong pitch for individuals who are seeking employment in this industry, in commercial roofing, to maybe give you a call and look at all the benefits, not only the standard benefits that you provide, but also all these certifications and training, the licenses, the other ancillary life skill training that you provide. Sounds like a very family-oriented feel to the company.
Exactly.
Right.
An employee can come in with no skills and they can get all the training. I mean, their growth it's dependent on them. I mean, they can come in, they can get their craft training, their safety certifications. They can, continue to climb.
As long as they're not afraid of heights.
As long as you're not afraid of heights.
Right.
We do work from high elevations.
Yes, all the time. Well, I mentioned this at the beginning because you were telling me some of the projects that Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing is conducting, like right now in the region. So where are you right now?
Rio Grande Valley?
Yeah, and RGV, some of the big projects in the area.
So SpaceX, they're doing injection work, expansion joints, and also roof. The Valley International Airport, they're doing roofing and waterproofing there.
Yeah.
Hidalgo County Courthouse, air barriers, flashing, insulation, joint sealants, and traffic coating. Chenier, they're doing a roof, and also in waterproofing, they're doing sealant work and air barrier.
Nice.
So,
Has the crew
also Texas A&M Kingsville.
Okay. Yeah, and the way things are growing around here, my goodness, you probably got, if you got Texas A&M Kingsville, they got a Texas A&M Texas A&M training facility coming up at the port here pretty soon as well. Has the crew, the Chamberlain crew at SpaceX, have they seen Elon Musk walk around? Hey, yo, Elon, what's going on? Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're also in Austin. They're working at Tesla.
So at some point, somebody's about to see Elon Musk walking around. That's pretty cool. Hey, anything else you want folks to know right now as far as training and safety, the culture at Chamberlain, maybe getting a job there?
We don't want to offer just a job. We want to offer a career.
Yeah.
You can come here. You can advance. We'll put you on a career path. It's a place it's a very stable company. It's a company that's going to invest in you and give you the tools that you need in order to be successful. And if people, you can make a very, very good living getting into the construction industry. If you don't know maybe hey, do I want to go to college? Do I not want to go to college? Do I want to spend this money? You can come and, come to work at Chamberlin. You're going to get your training. You're going to get promoted. Chamberlin has even helped people with college degrees, college tuition, scholarships, and things like that.
Yeah.
There's numerous examples of people that started in the field. They're now running. I mean, some of our best senior project managers are, they came from the field.
Happy employees are the type of employees that come back and they stay with you. And you've seen the proof in what you folks at Chamberlain have invested in to bring those folks back. And I was just reminded something you and I talked about, I guess, in a previous, in a phone conversation. The culture, also the culture that y'all have created that is safety-minded and employee-centric and providing excellence in training and in what they do and the product that turn out has allowed Chamberlain to have return business. Like folks who call you and they call you again and they call you multiple times. For many years now, it seems like they've been calling you back. The same customers, the same clients. You've been able to develop that for a long time.
Definitely.
Yeah, something that, well, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Call us again.
If anyone wants to, you can go to the Chamberlin, www.chamberlinltd.com.
Yeah, I say it every day when I announce the commercial.
It's got open career postings. You can go there, join our team. It's got the local, all the positions available. And HR will get a copy of the resume, schedule you for interview, and come join the family.
Yeah, and get your commercial roofing systems checked. I've been telling you every morning on the morning show, what you call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing. Get the gang out there, go check, see if you have any weak spots in your commercial roofing systems. That's the way it starts. It'll shake your hand, get up there, and give you an expert report on what's going on with your commercial roofing system. ChamberlinLTD.com is the website. Bradley Rowan, thank you for your time today. Come back and see us.
Thank you.
All right. ChamberlinLTD.com. I'm Sergio Sanchez, and this has been another edition of the Pulse of the 956.
In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at ChamberlinLTD.com today. In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing to get your commercial building prepared to handle our Texas weather.
Call or visit us at ChamberlinLTD.com today. In the Valley, your commercial roof takes a beating 365 days a year.
Don't wait. Call Chamberlin Roofing and Waterproofing